Feeling physically after finally making it back on the field after that month layoff?
I felt all right. I think first game back, I was only allowed to play 60 minutes, but I think playing on a pretty bad turf surface in Ottawa didn't do me any favors, but the hamstring and everything got through it fine. Just some general soreness from not playing, but I've trained all week so far, and I should be hopefully through it and ready to go now.
Were you able to pick up anything just being off the field, seeing your teammates play, learning Coach Glass's scheme? Did you gain anything from being away mentally?
I mean, the scheme stuff, we had a whole preseason together in which I was fit, so there's nothing really new there. I think you've seen kind of, I don't want to say that it's fragile, but the mindset of the group, you can be real high 1 second, and Sunday was quite poor. So I think more than anything, you just see how up and down it's been. We got to kind of try and find a little bit of balance and put some consistent performances together.
As a veteran, how do you do that with dealing with these younger players who are some literally coming from the academy and getting their first professional experiences?
I talk to those guys a lot. I think, like I was saying before, the balance of not getting too high and not getting too low. You saw on Sunday, Will Vent made a mistake that led to the first goal, but he still was asking for the ball. He was still eager to get involved in possession, which is all we can ask for. A lot of times you see a situation like that, and maybe they shy away from possession after a mistake like that, but he was still eager to get on the ball and make up for it. So that's all you can ask for. Those kids they're pretty resilient. Maybe things aren't as important to them yet, or they don't realize how important it is, so they tend to recover from mistakes quicker than maybe if they were older. But all I can offer them is just try and find some balance in between, and it's a long year. So.
And then last thing for me, we spoke in the preseason. You felt last year that there was a little too much focus on development and less on wins and losses. Are you seeing that now this year? Guys more focused on the results?
Yeah, I think you saw the game in Memphis. We sent a real young team up there into a tough atmosphere, and those kids got a result. We're holding on for dear life for the last 10 minutes, and that's a skill set, holding on to a game like that. That's something that stays with you that you can kind of maybe fall back on later in the year when you're trying to grind out a result to get a playoff spot or something like that. So I think it's been beneficial.
We're talking to Will today. What do you think of him as a player?
He's you can definitely tell that he spent time in England, and the only reason I say that, he loves a little driven ball. He's obviously had that technique since he was a little kid, and he's pretty fearless in possession, which is the way this club wants to play. I think that's essential if you're going to play in that hole or even deeper than that. The one thing that I think maybe needs to improve, and naturally will with time, is decision making. Sometimes it's all one speed, and he just needs to learn when to slow it down and when to speed it up. But he's off to a good start. I don't want to say too much and build some hype or pressure on the kid. I think we do too much of that in this country, but he's done well. He's got a good attitude, so we're just eager to see him keep going.
He's a young guy. How do you see him, handling himself as a professional at this level?
Professionally, he's been pretty good. He's a goofy kid. Him and Jackson and George, they're all quite close, and they're always joking around, having a good time. Like I said, the mistakes on Sunday, he didn't see anybody at the airport on the flight home pouting or feeling sorry for themselves. Like I said, I think some of that might be because of youth. Potentially, maybe you don't understand how important it is, so it doesn't hold you, stick with you as long. But at this point in his career, I think that's beneficial. It's just on to the next one, keep going, and don't pout, don't do anything. He's had a pretty good attitude, so I'm definitely eager to see what he turns into.
Y'all are focusing more on results this year. What do you think the ceiling is for this team?
It's hard to say. Like I said before, it's been very up and down. I think we've had games where we played well and didn't get a result. We've had games where we were really poor, frankly, and did get a result. And you learn from both of those things. I think the next 2 weeks are quite important for us. Sunday was by far the worst performance of the season, in my opinion. I think we were very, very poor in Ottawa. When we could build out of the back, we turned it over in midfield, and when we bypassed the back, we were getting stripped in midfield. And couldn't get Andy on the ball, couldn't get Jackson into service, and So I think it's important this week, like I said, that doesn't hinder us, that we continue to keep going and keep it consistent. And, before I arrived here last year, this past Sunday was a result that kind of sent them in a downward spiral. And I think it's important that we're conscious of that, and that's something that we avoid.